Everyone, Scott Kelly, West Ham Fan TV. Welcome to the big match preview. Today I'm previewing our upcoming fixture at the London Stadium on Saturday against Everton. 3 p.m. kickoff, where we need to recover from the very, very disappointing defeat to Sheffield United. Last minute goal, thinking we've snatched a draw after going a goal behind, only for it to be taken away by some ridiculous rule that the FA saw fit to bring in. Obviously, we're not the only people who have come a cropper to that. Obviously, one game that serves me was the Tottenham Man City game right near the start of the season when Man City had a winning goal ruled out because of accidental handball. Let's be honest, how are you meant to get your hand out of the way of that? The guys headed it straight there. You can't move your hand. So it's a joke of a rule. We can't blame VAR. VAR has done its job. It's pulled up on it. You've got to look at the FA and why they brought that rule into place. It is a bit ridiculous. But, that's done. That's dusted. Unfortunately, we lost that game. For me, I don't think we played too badly. First half, we were a lot better than we were second half, but we had chances in the game, and that is our big problem. We need to be taking our chances. Hilaire missing that header. He done everything right. He headed it down, but for me, he should be scoring from that angle. Our delivery into box was terrible. We saw when Snodgrass come on, he put his delivery into box was much, much better, and we got chances from it. I think we scored as well, but it was ruled offside. I'm sure that was from a Snodgrass cross. So, there was positive to take from the game, but we need to be a bit more clinical in front of goal and taking on an Everton side that have had a turning fortune now. They're in a decent bit of form. They did beat us 2-0 earlier on in the season up at Goodison Park, where, let's be honest, they tore us to pieces. They exploited the gaps in our midfield, between the defence and the midfield. I think I said at the time, you look at the space that we left in between the back line and front for Richarlison, Iwobi, Walcott and Bernard. They probably played the best game they've had all season against us, the four of them, as an attacking force. And then Gomez in their midfield just swept up everything. They dominated the midfield in that game, and that's something we need to go on and do in this. We need to close the gaps between our back line and our midfield, and also the gaps between our midfield. And, we need to be more unified, more of a unit going forward as well as defending. Want to see the tempo that we saw in that victory over Bournemouth. It's not a bad run of form. 2 wins in our last 3 games. This is, as I said, disappointing result. If that rule's not in place, we nick a point at Sheffield United. So it's not all doom and gloom, but we need to be on it. Our record against Everton is pretty poor. And as I said, Everton have 3 wins in their last 6 games, beating Brighton the last time out. They've got 4 clean sheets in their last 6 fixtures against us as well. And I do believe, if memory serves me right, we only have 3 wins in 23 or 24 Premier League games against them. So that is a worrying stat going into this game. Something, we need to pick up points. Everton, a team we should be looking at getting points against. So, fingers crossed we can get out there and do it. When we look at injury-wise, obviously we lost Fabianski against Sheffield United, went off injured. Not as bad as first thought, so that's good news. We've signed Darren Randolph. He's fully fit, so it'd be good to welcome him back. Maybe he'll come straight in, depending on whether, Moyes keeps faith with Martin. Antonio and Anson and Masuaku are all doubts for this fixture. Antonio returned to training this week. Anderson bruised his ribs against Sheffield United, taking a late fall, and Masuaku apparently has had some fluid on the knee. So hopefully he's had that drained and he will be back available, especially if Anderson's out. We need all hands on deck at the moment. As I said, definitely out Fabianski, Fredericks, Wilshere and Yarmolenko. Rumours Yarmolenko will be leaving us. For me, we're getting rid of a player that can play up top. Something we've not done for him. He's played up top for the Ukraine. Maybe, with just Hilaire as our only decent strike option at the moment, maybe that's something we should look into instead of letting him go. But, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Everton are without, obviously, Gomez after the horrific injury he picked up, and Iwobi's also missing for them as well. But, it's going to be a tough game. It always is against Everton. They always seem to turn it on against us. So, as I said, same tempo, same, attack that we had against Bournemouth, and more unified as a unit going forward and defending. That is something we need to do. Keep them gaps small, make it hard for them. If Walcott's playing as well in that game against Everton, earlier in the season. That's probably the best game Walcott's had against for Everton. Sorry, and his track record against West Ham is very good as well. You know, he's scored quite a few goals against us when he was at Arsenal, and he's involved in a lot of goals as well against us. So he's a danger we have to keep an eye on if he is fit and playing. But as I said, got to take a bit of confidence. You know, as I said, this time last year, that game against Sheffield United would have ended a draw. So Moyes would have been unbeaten in his first 3 games. You know, but 1 defeat and 2 victories ain't a bad record for your first 3 games. So fingers crossed we can put a performance in and go on and get a win. Thank you very much for watching. Post-match pint will return after the Everton game. We've got a new venue. Ryan's going to check it out beforehand. So fingers crossed everything's all right with it. So we'll have that up for you. Make sure you check out all the fan cams when they go up as well. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.